Peace. What's happening, good people? This gift here for Payusnomind, and let's talk about Symphonic distribution. Now, Symphonic is a digital distributor that was restricted once upon a time. The only way to get in was to apply and be approved for digital distribution. And if you got approved, then they would take 15% of your revenue in exchange for providing digital distribution as a service. But now they have a new tier called Starter, which is $20 a year for unlimited distribution. So let's dive into the details of Symphonic and what they have to offer. Now, you have the Starter tier and the Partner tier, which is when you apply and get approved. So pricing for Starter is $20 a year for unlimited distribution. Partner, $0 a year for unlimited distribution. So if you're a partner, you pay nothing up front. Now, if you are on a Starter tier versus the Partner tier, when it comes to percentage of revenue, you get to keep 100% of what you make on a Starter tier, whereas on the Partner tier, you lose 15%. So you only get to keep 85% on the Partner tier. Stores, they're not restricting anything. So they're not capping the amount of stores that your music gets into. You get into all of the stores. So there is no restrictions there on either tier. Pick a release date. You get to pick when you want your album to drop or your single to drop. UPC barcodes come included, so that's no additional cost for that. YouTube Content ID is 30%. On Starter or Partner, they take 30% of whatever revenue you make. Now, stores also includes things like TikTok and YouTube and Facebook and Instagram and all of those things as well. Now, you might look at this and you say, okay, well, what's the difference between Starter and Partner? Why would you sacrifice 15% of your revenue? And what they're offering for partners is some level of support, where you get like representatives that you could contact and talk to stuff about, as well as marketing support, playlist pitching, things of that nature. Now, how they pay, how Symphonic pays, they use a payment provider called Tipalti, and Tipalti charges a percentage of each transaction in exchange for providing that service and giving you your money. Now, all payment facilitators like Tipalti charge a percentage of revenue. They take money from you. So the standard is 2.9%. So Symphonic doesn't disclose what percentage they're taking, what Tipalti's taking, but the standard rate is 2.9%. So effectively, if you generated $10,000 and went to withdraw it, you lose $290 in transaction fees, possibly. Now, the other thing is you look at extras, like what other features that they provide, and Symphonic's main feature is video distribution, like the extra feature, but video distribution comes at additional cost, so it's not included in digital distribution. You have to pay for it, and you don't need to be a Symphonic user to do video digital distribution. So it's not something that I could say is a feature of Symphonic. Now, what is a feature of Symphonic is SoundCloud monetization, which a lot of other distributors do not offer. So if you want to monetize your music on SoundCloud without having to pay for a SoundCloud Pro account, you can use Symphonic. Now, they do take 30% of the revenue that your music generates on SoundCloud. So if you're making money on SoundCloud, it might make sense for you to just pay for a SoundCloud Pro account as opposed to sacrificing 30% of your revenue to have Symphonic monetize it. So it all comes down to how much you're making and how valuable SoundCloud is to you. And they also impose a 1,000 follower threshold where you have to have at least 1,000 followers in order to monetize your music through them. And Symphonic offers funding, which is great. Funding is always great, but their restrictions for funding is that you have to have generated at least $5,000 over the past 12 months, which is a high bar to reach for a lot of artists and kind of eliminates a lot of people from being able to get an advance. But yeah, if you're a Symphonic user, share your story, man. What your experiences are, what it's like using them, all of that good stuff. It's always welcome. As always, y'all can hit me up at Payusnomind on Instagram, at Payusnomind on Twitter, payusnomind@gmail.com. Make sure you like, share, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. This is Gift, signing off. Payusnomind. Peace, good people. One. Hey, thanks for watching. Make sure you check payusnomind.com and become a member to unlock access to a wealth of knowledge and support. If you are a YouTube member, make sure you check the Discord server to gain access to everything Payusnomind has to offer. You should also check the description box for links to discounts on leading industry products and services.